Perfect. So today we'll be starting with mean. Okay. Fine. So we spoke about data and types. Yes. Any problem? I think कोणाचा तरी mic on आहे by mistake. You can mute it. Okay, so today we will talk about mean, median and mode. I think we will start with mean. We will be able to finish mean and we will start with median as well. Okay, and please be careful that 1 hour झालं की please मला सांगायचं. Okay. Now, average. There are three types of averages, three types of means. Okay, out of which we are interested in arithmetic mean. There is harmonic mean, there is geometric mean also, but we are interested in arithmetic mean. Why is that so? We will see as we go ahead. I'll tell you this as we go ahead. So mean is a very important statistical measure, okay, which at the first instance when you get a particular data, the first thing which you do is calculate the average or calculate the mean, because this is a one single value which is going to help you to understand the data, the characteristic of that entire data. म्हणजे say monthly, if you want to calculate the rainfall, okay, rainfall for one particular month. So what you will do? पहिल्या दिवशीचा rainfall, the second day rainfall, the third day rainfall, fourth day rainfall, so on and so forth, 30th day rainfall, and you will take an average of all this or mean of all this, and you will tell me that the average rainfall for the month of say what August is so and so. So basically what you are trying to do, all this characteristic of the data for all the month or for all the days in that particular month, you're combining it in a single value called average. Okay, yes, it's a very nice concept, it is very good, but it has its own limitations also. Okay, that we will see a bit later. So it's a single value selected from a group of values to represent them in some way. Now do not get confused why some way is coming into picture. Some has a lot of meaning. Okay, now I'll tell you this. Okay, आता तुमच्या वर्गातच in your own class, say for example you have, say I pick up say 10 students. Okay, and 10 students, out of these 10 students there is only one student whose weight is say 60 kg. Okay, one student, and others they are in a range of say 30 to 40, in that particular range, or 20 to 40 in that particular range. So what will happen when you take an average? 9 students are having it in this range, only one student is having it 60, but when you calculate average, when you calculate mean, your mean is going to go towards this, it's going to be biased over here. Okay, it is going to shift over here. Similar way it can also happen की एखाद्याचे weight समज 5 kg नसतं कोणाचं, but let us assume now it's only 5 kgs. Okay, so this in this case also your mean is going to get deviated over here. This value and this value is going to affect your average. Correct? Now this is a strong point for a mean, but it is also a weakest link as well. So we are saying it in some way. Okay, how do you calculate average? If you have say average means say x bar. Okay, it will be what? First data set x1 plus x2 plus x3, and so xn divided by n. N is what? Total number of values. So if you calculate rainfall, this say rainfall, if this is say 33, 34, 35 something, and all this sum divided by 30 days, you will get the average. Simple. Okay, but never forget that the rainfall which you had, say आता May month मध्ये जे काही झालं in Maharashtra, if you calculate the rainfall for the month May or I think May मध्येच, May नाही त्याच्या आधी. Okay, what happened was की it was a first day, second day, it was normal rainfall. But suddenly for out of these 30 days, there were only 2 days in which there was heavy rainfall, something around 800, 700 like that, which actually gave rise to the disaster. Okay, now if you calculate the average of all this, only 2 days you have 700, बाकीच्या दिवशी simple आहे, the average is going to be deceiving a little bit, because the average will tell that okay, the rainfall was medium only, because here this is only for 2 days. So the rainfall is medium. It will deviate you from taking some action or some particular precaution. This also might happen. So when you calculate average or when you calculate mean, you have to look at the data very carefully. Okay, so this is a plus point, but it is also a weakest link. Don't forget about it. Okay, but still average is used, because when you have a data with you, this is the first thing which will help you to understand that data. Okay, the first thing, and then you can go more details into it. Okay, so what are objectives of averaging? That it's a single value that describes the characteristics, and to facilitate comparison. Okay, comparison between the data, or comparison between the rainfall of say 2 regions, comparison between the rainfall of 2 years, 3 years, 10 years, so that you can get what is, whether the trend is rising, whether the trend is decreasing, or how is that particular trend, so that the precautionary measures can be taken care of. Okay, so that is what is average. Okay, so arithmetic mean, as I said, x bar is equal to x1 plus x2 plus x3 to xn upon n, or x bar is summation x upon n, where x bar is your arithmetic mean, this one is arithmetic mean, summation x is the sum of all the variables, and n is the number of observations. Simple, याच्यामध्ये काही प्रॉब्लेम नसावा. Okay, any doubt in this?
No, ma'am.
No. Okay, the equation is very simple, calculation is very simple. What is important is its interpretation, which we will do. Okay, now you have 10 employees over here, the monthly income of the 10 employees is given. Calculate the mean. काढा बरं तुम्ही काढा, I'll give you 1 minute. Now you have your calculators and all. Calculate it and tell me. I want at least 2 or 3 answers. Me 2 or 3 people giving me answers. करता है ना कैलकुलेट?
Yes, ma'am.
हाँ, ओके.
Ma'am, it is 22,000 to 65.
Okay, 22,000 to 65. Okay. Anybody else?
22265.
Okay, fine. If you people please tell me your names also.
Akhilesh, ma'am.
Akhilesh and
Akshay, ma'am.
Akshay.
Akshay.
Okay, Akshay. What happens is, in front of us we have only the PPT, so we cannot see your names. That's the reason I asked you. Okay.
22,265.
Okay, so you are also getting the same answer. What's your name?
Shubham.
Shubham. Okay. Okay, anybody else?
21,081.
21. चुकलं. कोण होतं हे?
अजिंक्य.
अजिंक्य. काय चुकलं होतं बघ बरं. फाइंड आउट कर लगेच. 21 म्हणजे चुकलंय काहीतरी. The answer is 22265. See, this plus this plus this plus
22,265.
Yes, very good. What's your name?
Ramakant.
Very good, Ramakant. Correct answer. So everybody is getting correct answer. कोणाचं आन्सर चुकलं होतं? तुमचं काय चुकलं बघितलं का तुम्ही? Yes, the student whose answer has gone wrong. 21 he said. I think 10 must have missed somewhere.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Okay, no problem. That is fine. Okay, so this is pretty easy. No problem. Now the question comes, अरे this इतकं इझी होतं, याचा उपयोग कसा करून घ्यायचा? याचा उपयोग असा करून घ्यायचा की when you are talking about financial analysis, okay, and if you have say 10 employees and now you want to actually calculate how much money you should withdraw at a certain moment or how much money you should be having, okay, at a particular moment, so that you can pay the salaries of all the people. Okay, that can be the best example which you can give for this. Okay, now if you see here this average, okay, but if you see the income of people, they are differing. So ह्याचं 14 आहे, याचं 15 आहे, 16 आहे, 17 आहे. Okay, so every time you just cannot be, if you have thousands of employees, are you going to just calculate this all the time? No. So average will help you there. Okay, now next one, find out this. Chala patkan. The marks obtained by 6 students in a class test are 20, 22, 24, 26, 28, 30. Find the mean. Simple.
26.
26. Okay.
To 25, ma'am. 25.
25. Okay.
25, ma'am.
हाँ ठीक है 25. Nobody is getting different answer, na? I hope I am assuming that everybody is calculating, huh?
Yes, ma'am.
25, ma'am.
Correct. 25. Okay. Okay. Now इथं थोडं animation चुकलंय आमचं, but fine. Now solve this. The marks obtained by 6 students in the class test are 20, x 24, 26, 28, 30. The mean of the
22.
data is 22.
22.
Yes. Actually, the thing is, this is the same question. Actually, it's an animation थोडं चुकलं आमचं. हे animation घालवायला पाहिजे. But anyways, fine, no problem. How would you solve this? Summation x bar is equal to summation x upon n, out of which summation x is x1 plus x2 plus x3 plus x4 plus x5 plus x6 divided by 6. Okay, so out of which 25 is given, the remaining you can add plus x2. I will write it as x2. This as x2 or name it as x, whatever you want. Plus the remaining ones and divided by 6. So you can calculate x. And the value is 22. Okay, this was also very simple. Now, that was a very simple one. Now, what about discrete series? When you have some discrete series means you have some frequency to it. So say for example 20 marks. How many students have got 20 marks? 8 students. 30 marks कितने लोगों को मिला है? 12 students. 40 marks 20 students. Okay, now when we do analysis of your marks which you people have got, in end semester or in end semester examination, we do this. Okay, की किती बँड मधले मार्क किती मुलांना पडलेले आहेत, what is the frequency, so that we understand what is the quality of our question paper. There are further some more analysis in that, but that's how we use this data. Okay, so if it's for discrete series, what you'll do, x bar is equal to summation fx. What is f? Frequency. X is what? Your actual event or your actual variable. In this particular case, marks and number of students. If it was a civil engineering problem, then it is say about the rainfall. So you have say day number 1, day number 2, day number 3, or month number 1, 2, 3, 4, and month you can take month. Okay, and in each month, okay, how much amount of rainfall was there, that you can calculate. What was the frequency of that rainfall in each month? Say if you take 110 mm as the rainfall, in first month how much was the frequency, in second how much month, in third days किती दिवस एवढा पाऊस पडला, that you can calculate. Okay, this will help you for analysis, and this will help you for taking precautions. Okay, so x bar is equal to summation fx upon n. Well, f is the frequency, x is its variable, okay, and n is the total number of observations, that is summation f. So now again calculate from here. From the following data of the marks obtained by 60 students of a class, calculate the arithmetic mean. How many students are there? 60 students. So n is equal to 60. Now, what will be your next step? Next step is calculating fx. Calculate fx here. कसं काढणार सांगा बरं, काय काय येईल fx?
मॅम याचा आन्सर 41 आहे का?
20 into 8.
काय रे बरं?
मॅम याचा आन्सर 41 आहे का?
बघूया ना आपण.
ओके.
म्हणजे मला माहिती आहे.
Ma'am,
मला सांगा इथे काय येते. सांगा fx काय काय येईल. मी काढलेलंच आहे ते. 160, 30 into 12, 360, 40 into 20, 800, 50 into 10, 500, 60 into 6, 70 into 4. Okay, and put it in this particular formula. X bar is equal to summation fx upon n. Okay, किती येतं आन्सर?
41.
41.
Okay,
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
fine. Is that easy? Fine. Okay. Yes, it's pretty
Yes,
easy.
ma'am.
Don't worry, we will make it complicated. Don't worry. थोडा आता सुरुवात आहे ना, त्यामुळे आम्ही इझीच घेणार आहे. Don't worry. Okay. Now this is for the continuous series. You have a shortcut method also. We are not going to do that. We'll do direct method also. Now it's a continuous series. 0 to 10, 10 to 20, 20 to 30 with a common interval. And each of it will have a frequency. Okay, so between 0 to 10 you have 5 students. Between 10 to 20 you have 20 students, or what, 10 students, whatever. Okay, now how to calculate average of this? Okay, so how to calculate that? X bar is equal to summation fm upon n. Out of which what is f? F is frequency. N is total number of observations, or the total frequency. Okay, and what is m? M is the midpoint of the various class. So between 0 to 10, what will be the midpoint? 5. It's lower limit plus upper limit by 2. Lower limit किती है? 0. Upper limit किती है? 10 divided by 2. So this will be 5. For the next one, 10 plus 20 divided by 2. Again 5. So this is how you will calculate the midpoint. Okay. And use this formula. Tell me the answer.
33.
33. Okay, so 5, 15, 25, 35, 45, 55, and FM will be 5 into 5, 10 into 15, 25 into 25, so on and so forth. So you'll get the answer as 33. Okay, fine. Next. Okay, mathematical properties of arithmetic mean. Mean is very easy, so we just completed it right now. Mathematical properties of arithmetic mean. Now just check out here. The sum of deviations of the items from the arithmetic mean taken into account the signs is algebraic, that is algebraically is 0. आता हे सगळं वाचण्यापेक्षा सिंपल आपण असं बघूया ना. You have a well-shaped curve like this. This is what is your mean. Okay, so obviously the sum of deviations of the items from the arithmetic mean means if you have say 2 of the points here, then this, and if you have 2 of the points here, say for example, then this deviations, if you add them up, they will become 0. Current saral hai. This distance is equal to this. This is equal to this. So if you have say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 as x values, and this is your mean, 30 is say for example your mean, then half of them you will have it as negative, half of them as positive, mean will be 0. And so if you take summation of x minus your mean, which is 30 in this case, that will be equal to 0. Okay, now हे खूप सिंपल आहे ऍक्च्युली समजायला, पण हे वापरायला खूप अवघड आहे. Okay, because in some of the applications of civil engineering, negative deviations will cause a lot of problem, like say the loads or the cracks in your beams or columns. Negative deviations will create problems. So we have to be careful with these. Okay, the next mathematical, the next characteristic is the sum of the squared deviations of the items from arithmetic mean is minimum. That is less than the sum of squared deviations of the items from any other value. Now what does this mean? हे टेबल तर आपण बघूच या, पण त्याच्या आधी आपण हे बघूया. Okay, say you have 2 points here. Again, let me draw this in a little better way. Okay, so say this is your mean. Okay, and say you have 1 point here, 1 point here. This is the deviation. 1 point here and 1 point here. Okay, so if you take the squares of deviation for this one, this deviation, or this and this, and if you take a square of them, okay, and minus it with the mean, then the summation is going to be minimum. Okay, however, on the other side, if you take the squares of these deviations and if you subtract it from any other number other than mean, म्हणजे समजा तुम्ही इकडचा नंबर आता हा 30 होता समज, तो इथनं घेतला तर that is going to be, the sum is going to be maximum. It's quite obvious because mean is the mid part, and so it is going to balance out. Like say for example, okay, you have x, that is your variable, so 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and x bar is 20. So actually your mean is 4. Okay, then you take a square of its deviation. X minus 4 is deviation. You take a square of deviation. Okay, so you'll have it as 4, 1, 0, 1, 4. Okay, and you sum it up, that will be 10. Okay, because 4 is your mean. But आता जर mean चे सोडून जर if you take some other number, like here you have considered 3, then what is going to happen? You take the deviations and you sum it up. This is going to be 15. That is, it's going to be maximum. It's quite obvious. I hope you understand. You understand from this actually that your mean is going to shift over here, either this side or either this side. So it is going to be maximum only because now you are calculating it from here. Or no, your point is here, you are going to calculate it from here. Is it not? So that is another characteristic. Okay. Since x bar is equal to summation x upon n, nx bar is equal to summation x. I think this you will understand. Okay. Now there is one more characteristics which says that if each item in the series is replaced by the mean, then the sum of the substitutions will be equal to sum of individual item. Means what? Say here, now you have x variable, say 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. The mean is 30. Okay, and you calculate here x minus 30. Means this is your mean, this is your variable. Now instead of all this, or instead of this x variable, you replace this x variable with 30 itself, or the mean. I mean 30 in the sense the mean is 30 here, so I said 30. 10 replace it by 30, 20 replace by 30. Similarly for this, when you replace it, the sum is going to be 150, which is going to be the same as 10, 20, 30, 40, 50 as your original. हे कधी यूज होतं माहितीये का? जेव्हा डिस्चार्ज डेटा, कॉन्क्रीटचा डेटा आपण वापरतो क्वालिटी कंट्रोल मध्ये, तेव्हा हे आपल्याला उपयोगी पडतं. Okay, then there is one more example which is given here, the immense use in regression analysis. If the average wage in the factory is 15060 and if there are 200 employees, then the total average bill will be this much. No need to calculate ki, this is same thing which we did in the first one. You need not calculate ki how many are maximum, how many have minimum wage. जसं की इथं 14 पण आहे, 16 पण आहे, 17 पण आहे. You don't have to do that. You just take how many number of employees are there, just multiplied by the mean. You will get the total number. Okay, this helps you when some of the data is missing. Okay, so this is all about mean. And there is one more characteristic, which is more of our use as well. Okay, if there are 2 or more numbers, okay, or related groups, then how will you calculate the average? Okay, like say for example, you have the rainfall data of say you want to calculate the rainfall data of say Katras area. Okay, then in that case you have rainfall data before the Ghat area of Katras and after the Ghat area of Katras, because the rainfall in both the positions are different. Does it not? So if that is the case, then you have to combine this rainfall data of both these areas and then you have to give an answer. I hope you people accept this and agree with this. Now, if this is the case, then how will you do that? The formula for that is x bar 1, 2 is equal to n1 x1 bar plus n2 x2 bar upon n1 plus n2. Okay, means what? Where x1, where x bar 1, 2 is the combined mean. So before Katras, after Katras. Okay, and x1 bar is arithmetic mean of first group, x2 bar is arithmetic mean of the second group, and n1 and n2 is your total observations of each of the group. Okay, I hope this is clear. आता हे सगळं नंतर बघा. आता we'll check out with this. The mean height of 25 male workers in a factory is 61 inches, and the mean height of 35 female workers in the same factory is 58 inches. Find the combined mean of the height of 60 workers in the factory. Now the question comes की हे कशासाठी करायचं? Okay, now we'll tell you an example from architectural perspective. Okay, you want to design the height of a door, but say in your own house you have say 10 people, and out of which say 5 people or 4 people are having an average, or the men or the women in your house are having an average height of something, some inches, say 5, 7 or something like that, while the male they are of 6 inches, 6 feet. Now what you will do? You have to combine these together and then design what is going to be the height of the door. बराबर है कि नहीं? So in this case, in civil engineering, you'll be using this. Okay, to design the length and width of a particular room. This comes into this comes for your help. Okay, so how will you do that? Now you have 25 male workers, so n1 is 25, n2 is 35, x1 bar is 61, and x2 bar is 58. Put it in this value, you get it as 59.25. Is it okay?
Yes, ma'am.
So the merits, okay. So the merits, now I'll not go too much detail into this because you can read, but still I'll give you some few very important points related to this. Okay, mean is very simple to calculate, easy to compute. It is very important when initially the data comes in your hand and you need some analysis at a point. But it gets affected by each and every value in the group. Okay, as I told you at the starting of the lecture. And so this becomes the strongest point as well as the weakest point. The strongest point because it will take all the values into consideration, but the weakest link because it can deviate to the higher or the lower values because its influence can be more on it. So it may mislead also sometimes. So median or mode is required further. Okay, but still in relative cases, mean balances both the sides unless and until you have two extreme values. Okay, and it is not based on position. That is the most important. While median, which will be our next part, it is based on the position average, position in the series. But average or the mean, it is not dependent on that. It is dependent on each and every value in that list. Okay, so limitations I told you right now. So let me not go into that. Okay, now here, just give me 1 minute. Okay, just give me 1 minute. Okay. So now next what we will do is we will see what is median. Now this we have finished with mean. Anybody has any questions related to that? Please do ask. सकाळी C division ला शिकवलं ना, so त्याच्यामुळे हे राहिले. Yes, any questions on mean?
No, ma'am.
No questions. Okay. Now you might feel that it was so easy. What is there to ask? Okay. Now I'll ask you some questions. okay, related to civil engineering, which you have to tell me ki how your mean or your median will be efficient enough. Okay.
मॅम
हा
स्क्रीनवरचे नंबर्स दिसत नाहीये.
नाही अजून मी दाखवतच नाहीये काही. ऍक्च्युली मी ते सी डिव्हिजनला शिकवलं होतं ना आधी, त्याच्यामुळे मी ते काढते फक्त, अजून दाखवतच नाहीये मी. हा आता बघ बरं.
येस मॅम, नाव इट्स
हा okay. Now we will go to the next part, which we will talk about the median. Okay. Now median refers to the middle value in the distribution. Okay. If you have say 7 values with you. Okay. Kiva mi mantla you have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. You tell me which is median in this. Hello, झोपले का सगळे?
व्हॉट मॅम?
4.
I asked you, you have numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Which is the median in this?
4.
4. The answer was very quick. Okay, now I'll ask you next question. Let me see what is your understanding of median. I would say the average of this is also 4. Is it correct or wrong?
येस मॅम, करेक्ट.
It is correct. Okay. If I make a statement that the median and the average, it may or may not be same. Do you agree with my statement?
Yes, sir.
येस मॅम, आय एग्री.
Agree. Okay. Why? Because say for example, you have some value like say 7, 10, 15. Okay. Then say you have again what? 16, 20, 25. And say one more, 2. Now which is the median here? 15 is the median. Is it the average? Don't know. We can calculate and check, but I don't think so it will be the average. Okay. So when I say that median may or may not be equal to average, or average may or may not be equal to median, means what I'm trying to say? I'm trying to say that median is only the middle one. That is the positional average. It is only the position. We are nothing to do with other items in that. Okay, but here of course I did a small mistake here. No, there is no mistake. This is correct. Yeah. Okay, so it gives you only the position, the middle position of a data series. Now you might think what is its influence or what is its importance in civil engineering. आता मी एक example सांगते तुम्हाला. Okay, you must have also seen this in your house ki your parents must have been house hunting somewhere for purchase of a flat or purchase of a bungalow or some dwelling for them and their family. Now what they would do, they would first sit and discuss ki okay, we want a particular area. So say for example, एक सिंहगड रोड एरिया घेतला. I don't know how many of you are from Pune, but I'll take this particular example from Sinhagad Road area. Now, if you see Sinhagad Road area, okay, there is a part in Sinhagad Road area near to Rajaram Bridge and there which goes towards Erandavane. Okay, there you have the rates of each of the flat per square meter is quite high. Okay, quite high, 10,000 or 8,000 in that particular ranges. Okay, and below that, if you go towards Navle Bridge, that is towards highway side, okay, the rates are less. Okay, and there is a middle position somewhere near Sun City and Santosh Hall and that particular area where it is a positional average where the rates of the flats or rate per square meter is nor very high nor very less according to that particular area. Okay, this is how median will help you in civil engineering. So your parents, what they would have done, ki okay, sit and discuss ki okay, which area you want in that particular area itself. They would have found out the positional average so that the budget can be taken care of. Okay, and now you can go a little more ahead and you can say that Rajaram Bridge area itself. त्याच्यात सुद्धा तुम्ही हे पार्ट्स पाडू शकता टू गो अ लिटल मोर इन टू डेप्थ ऑफ इट. So this is what is called as positional average. But what is the average rate in Sinhagad Road area, on Sinhagad Road area? That can be different than the median because you're going to consider Rajaram Bridge also and Navle Bridge also. So the average can be different, median can be different. I hope you understood the example. कळतंय का मुलांना?
Yes, ma'am.
Now just check out this. Yes, thank you. So now check out this. The place of median in an equal number of items lie on either side. I think this you will be able to do it. But what is the most important characteristic here? You have arranged this in ascending or descending order. Don't forget about it. Here also you did that. Here also we have done that. Okay, but if this was not in ascending and descending order, then it will not be median. Okay, so the first and the foremost thing is arrange it into ascending and descending order. आता हे easy आहे because you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So this is median 5. But now if you have something like this. Okay, इथे आलंच direct answer, but still. Now what you have? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now where will you get the median? It will be somewhere here. So how to find out that? So that you can find out using this formula. So median is equal to size of n plus 1 upon 2th item. How much is n? 6. 6 plus 1. This is 6 items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 plus 1 by 2, you get 3.5th item. Means here. Okay. Now which is 3.5th item? So what you will do? You take the third item, take the fourth item and divide it by 2. So 27020 plus 27200 upon 2. You get the median. कळलं?
Yes.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Huh? Okay. Now let us solve some more problems. आता इथे हे बघा. Now we were talking about this mean. आता हीच data series घेतली ना आपण. If you take this same data series, the mean is 27975. While the median is 27100. Here itself my statement is proved that it may or may not be equal to the mean. Okay. So mean here also, this median is 27020 and the mean actually is 27070. Okay. Okay. Now calculate for this. Come on, sanga baro patkan. Arrange the data in ascending or descending order. The first and the foremost thing. Okay. Now in this group, if you composed of say values 7, add 1 to the total number of values and divide by 2. So as I said right now. Okay. So आता ह्याच्यामध्ये सांगा बरं कुठला असेल तुमचं median? 7 items आहेत. Fourth one. So 16080. Because it is 7 plus 1 upon 2. So it will be 4th item. Simple. Okay. But इथे उत्तर काय येतंय? ते animation नीट झालं नाही वाटतं. बरं ठीक आहे. हे बघू नका आणि you calculate it yourself. Obtain the value of median from the following data of 10 employees in a company. Find out median of this. बघा बरं एवढं उत्तर येतंय का? माझं हे चुकलंय बहुतेक. Just check out, calculate and check out. Students calculate and check out. Now those who have not or those who are not
Answer.
correct answer?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. What about other students? There are only few students who are answering.
Correct, ma'am.
Correct आहे. Okay.
Correct, ma'am.
Correct आहे ना? तर तुम्ही कसं काढलं? 10 आहे. So 10 plus 1 by 2. So 5.5th item. So 5th plus 6th item. Simple? Okay. Now, you have it for discrete series. हे वेळ झालं की सांगा हा मुलांना मला. Discrete series. Now in a discrete series, first what you'll do? You arrange it in ascending or descending order and calculate the cumulative frequency. You know how to calculate cumulative frequency? 24. 24 plus 26, whatever the number, 26 plus 20, further. आपण करूया. Okay, and apply the median with the same thing, n plus 1 by 2th item. Okay, but here there is a small twist. Okay, look at the cumulative frequency and find the total which is either equal to this or next higher to that. Okay, and determine the value of the variable corresponding to it. आता याचा अर्थ काय होतो आपण इथेच डायरेक्ट बघूया. Okay, so what is the first thing? You have income for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, and number of persons, that is the frequency for each of the income is given. So now what is the first thing? Calculate the cumulative frequency. So calculate it. सांगा बरं पटपट तुम्ही सांगा, मी इथे लिहित जाते. This is 24. What is next?
50.
50.
Sorry?
50.
50.
70. 100.
Okay.
70, 100, 116.
112. Ma'am, 116 and 122.
122.
Okay. Now this is the cumulative frequency. Correct? Okay.
Yes, ma'am.
Now how will you find the median? Tell me. आता कसं फाइंड करणार सांगा बरं तुम्ही. What is n over here now? हा मुलांनो सांगा.
6.
ए 6 का नंबर ऑफ पर्सन्स आहे ना. नंबर ऑफ पर्सन्स आहे ना. तुम्ही क्युम्युलेटिव्ह फ्रिक्वेन्सी काढली आहे. सो n विल बी इक्वल टू 1 to 2. करेक्ट ना? का नाही समजलं? समजलं का? हाँ बोल.
क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी कैसे निकालेंगे?
क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी ना देखो ये 24 है. यू आर कैलकुलेटिंग द क्यूमुलेटिव फ्रीक्वेंसी फॉर द नंबर ऑफ पर्सन्स, दैट इज द नंबर ऑफ एम्प्लॉइज. ओके, सो यहाँ पे 24 आ गया पहले. So then 24 plus 26, 50, 50 plus 20, 70, 70 plus 30, 100, 100 plus 16, 116, 116 plus 6, 122.
Okay, ma'am.
Okay, that is what is cumulative frequency. Please, students, do not forget one thing, ki this is cumulative frequency, and so n ita 6 yenar nahi. This is just the 6 number of income branches which is given to you. The total n, for calculating n itself, you are calculating the cumulative frequency because this is discrete series. And so n will be 122. 122 plus 1 upon 2, so it will be 61.5th item. Okay, आता मला सांगा 61.5th item, why have I written 16800, this one? Why my median is this? My median income is 16800. Why it is not 15500?
मैम लोअर लिमिट लेते हैं.
Okay, that is also a perfect answer. There are two answers for this actually, which are integrated only. The answer is, see, it is 61.5th item. Okay, now 61.5th item means it will lie somewhere in between these two, between 1550 and 16800, because the frequency, cumulative frequency is between 50 and 70. So it will lie somewhere between these two. But you cannot take the lower one because then this median will be biased on the lower side. So you take the higher side all the time. Okay, this is the actual correct answer for this. For more clarification, what you can do to keep it in mind correctly, असा विचार करायचा की 61.5 is near to 70, and so you're going it for the higher range. Means it's one and the same thing actually. Don't go for the lower range, go for the higher range, because accordingly you have to manage for the finances. Any doubt in this? Is this okay with all?
Yes, ma'am.
We have some time, so we will solve some more problem for continuous series. Now this is a little bit confusing, but okay, easy, it's not difficult. Now you have a continuous series. Okay, now in continuous series, determine the particular class in which median lies. Series means 0 to 5, 5 to 10, 10 to 15, so on and so on. Okay, so it is continuous series. So find out where the particular class in which your median is going to lie. How to find that we will see. Okay, use n by 2 as a rank of the data in ascending or descending order. Please do not forget this. Please put it in ascending or descending order and calculate n by 2. Okay, and once you ascertain this class, then you can calculate the median by L plus n by 2 minus Cf by f into I. Okay, out of which L is the lower limit of median class. That is, if it is between 5 to 10, then lower limit is 5. N by 2 is nothing but the rank. Then f, this f is the frequency of that particular class, into I is the interval. What is the interval 0 to 5? The interval is 5. 5 to 10 interval is 5. Okay, so 5 in this case. And what is the CF? This CF is nothing but the cumulative frequency of the previous one. Okay, the previous means if this frequency is for 5 to 10, then CF is for the previous one, 0 to 5. Okay, so it's written here, cumulative frequency of the class preceding the median class. Okay, do not forget this. Okay, so it is assumed that the variable is continuous and there is an orderly and even distribution. This is an assumption. Okay, we are going to solve a problem in which it is not continuous also. We will see what to do with that as well. Okay, now I hope this is okay with all. Okay, now check out this. Okay, so calculate the median for the frequency distribution. So you have frequency 45 to 50, 40 to 45, 35 to 40, 30 to 35, so on and so forth. And you have number of students. What is the first thing which you will do? You tell me. काय कराल तुम्ही पहिल्यांदा?
CF.
नाही, how will you calculate CF? अच्छा, okay. But before that, what will you do?
Ascending order.
Okay, you'll put it in ascending order. Can't I do it in descending order? What is your take on that? Yes, the girl who answered. What is your name?
Kshitija.
क्षितिजा. ओके, असेंडिंग मध्ये करणारच आहोत आपण, त्यात काही वादच नाहीये. पण डिसेंडिंग असलं तर चालेल का ग? व्हॉट डू यू थिंक? येस, एनीबडी एल्स ऑल्सो कॅन आन्सर. इट्स नथिंग लाईक दॅट.
मॅम नाही चालणार, नाही चालणार.
नाही चालणार. ओके. Okay, actually the answer to this is yes, it will work because the interval is same, but it will work either ascending or descending because we are assuming that it is a continuous distribution. Okay, and it is arranged in descending order. Right now we will make it ascending, that's a different issue, but it will work. That is not a problem, but we generally do not prefer to do that. Because then we people, when we have started learning, we have a habit of learning in the ascending order. So we do it in that way. याचा अर्थ डिसेंडिंग चुकता असं होत नाही, कारण इंटरवल्स तुमचे सेम आहेत म्हणून ते चालून जाईल, काही प्रॉब्लेम नाही. ओके, सो फर्स्ट नाव इन युअर बुक्स प्लीज अरेंज इट इन टू द असेंडिंग ऑर्डर. येस, कम ऑन, डू इट फास्ट अँड कॅल्क्युलेट द CF. आणि मला सांगा बरं काय आलं CF तुमचं. चलो,
200.
I will do one thing. Okay, I shouldn't have. Okay, ठीक आहे. आता तुम्ही पहिल्यांदा हे करता. मला इथे किती जागा आहे बघू दे मला. ओके, हा, तुम्ही कॅल्क्युलेट करा आणि सांगा. यू अरेंज इट इन प्रॉपर ऑर्डर अँड देन टेल मी. 5 to 10, 10 to 15, 15 to 20, 20 to 25,
215.
एक मिनिट. 30 to 35, 35 to 40, 40 to 45 and 45 to 50. Now tell me one by one. This is 7. Next.
22.
15 plus 15,
48. 48, 40, 40, 48. 78, 120, 151, 175, 190, 197, 197,
197, ma'am.
काहीतरी चुकलंय का रे?
येस मॅम 31 चा 30 धरलाय.
काहीतरी चुकलंय इथे.
31 ला 30 धरलाय.
मॅम चुकलं ते.
बर, कुठं चुकलंय हे? 7 ठीक आहे. 7 + 15
22,
22 + 24 48 48 + 31 इथे चुकलंय.
मॅम 22 + 24 46.
46.
इथे चुकलंय.
46, ma'am.
बरोबर चुकलंय.
येस मॅम, मी वरून केलं होतं, वरून ऍडिशन केलं.
ते वाटलंच मला, म्हणूनच वाटलंच मला. ठीक आहे, हरकत नाही. ठीक आहे, पुन्हा करू आपण. पण एक्झाम मध्ये चुकू नका बरं का रे पोरांनो. ठीक आहे, ओके, हरकत नाही. ठीक आहे, ओके. बघा बरं, कारण इथे 200 यायला पाहिजे बरोबर. नाव चेकआउट. 7 + 15 22 22 + 24 46 46 + 31 77 77 + 42 119 so on and so forth. 200 बरोबर आहे.
येस मॅम.
चुकू नका पोरांनो. Now how will you calculate median? Now first you have to know the class. Okay, so L plus n/2 minus CF upon F into I. Okay, आता L आणि हे करण्यासाठी what will you know? What you need to know? n/2. How much is n? 200. This is cumulative frequency. Please do not forget. Okay, n is how much? 200. So 200/2. This is n/2. So your median will be something in the 100th item. आता 100th item कुठं असणार आहे? Will it be in 20 to 25, 25 to 30?
25 to 30.
25 to 30. So your class interval, I'm sorry, my handwriting is not that good. Okay, but I hope you can understand. 1 minute. So the class interval is 25 to 30. आता काढा बरं median. So now the median will be equal to L is how much? 25. That is this lower one plus n/2. N/2 you have already calculated 100 minus CF. What is CF? CF is the cumulative frequency of the previous class. So this is our class which we have discussed right now, 25 to 30, which is the previous one, 77. 77 divided by now frequency of this class. So 119 into 5. What is I? I is 5 because 5 to 10, 5. 10 to 15, 5. Interval of 5. Is it okay? बघा बरं उत्तर किती येत आहे.
27.
Sorry, one second. I did a mistake. It's not 119 here. It is 42 here. Because it is 42 here, na? This is cumulative